Are we good to go? I don't know. Are we good to go? Either way, my thermos and I, we welcome you to the Your Dreams All Day show. Whether you're watching on YouTube, listening to the podcast, wherever you are in the world, you are so very welcome here because I love you and you're a near and dear friend of mine because we share a lot of the same things. I just feel like we do. And I need to take a sip of my coffee. I'm an introvert. You're an introvert. You have big dreams. I have big dreams, so we're meant to be. And I'm so happy you're here. I know this episode title is fairly depressing. Like, why don't people get everything they've ever dreamed of in business? Sad face. It's not the juiciest title, but this stuff really needs to be talked about, even though it's heartbreaking. Why don't people succeed? Why do people give up on their dream business? And why do some people, well, they don't even start? My hope is, and my deepest wish is for this episode to really help you get out of your funk and into your groove when it comes to building a dreamy and very successful online business. If you are currently in that funk, I mean. I just have to take a moment for that reference because, oh my gosh, the funk and the groove totally speaks to my love for 80s disco soul. Anyway, because why do people not succeed? Why do certain people give up when shit gets hard? Why is that? I'm going to give you a little clue. It's all living up here, hanging out in our heads. That's why. Because your heart knows that you're meant for the cozy pajama lifestyle, for freedom, to get everything you've ever wanted. Your heart knows that. But your head, not so much. She can't keep up. She's stupid. It's our heads that get in our way. Our mindsets are in no way supportive thoughts. Or in other words, as mindset coaches and mindset experts and neuroscientists will call them, our limiting beliefs. So in this episode of the Your Dreams All Day show, we are going to shine a light on the hard stuff. And we're going to do the much needed inner work as I break down the most common limiting beliefs I see floating around on the internet that my clients deal with, that I even deal with, especially as an introvert in the online business space. These, as I said, are also thoughts that I have struggled with from time to time. And to be honest, I still have to navigate through some of these limiting beliefs because this work right here never really ends. Now, as we go through these limiting beliefs, we're going to bust them one by one. If you feel seen, if you resonate, if you feel called out, I invite you to explore that thought, that limiting belief deeper. Bring out your magnifying glass and really take a look at the thoughts that you are feeding yourself, questioning them. Why is that? Why do I feel this way? Why am I thinking this way? And how does this serve me? It's probably not going to serve you. Spoiler alert. So why, first of all, is this inner work needed? Why is it so crucial, so super duper crucial to do this work in order to have success in business? If you don't actively do your best to work through those shitty thoughts that somehow get through the old system, you're going to be taking the long route to your dream destination, aka where your dream business exists, where you've been able to quit your 9-to-5 and fully enter that pajama lifestyle. You're going to be taking the long route or route. I don't know how you pronounce that word. If you even get there at all. I know, heartbreaking, right? That is how important this work is. I don't mean to sound like a total party pooper here, but I really believe this to be true. Building an incredible online business consists of the following. It's 20% strategy, 80% mindset work. So Tony Robbins is the guy who said this, and it has really stuck with me ever since because it also birthed so much of the work that I currently do with my clients, that I currently work on with myself. It's everything. Actually, if I were to make an adjustment to Tony Robbins's amazing quote, I would probably say that it's 15% strategy and 85% mindset work because that's how important this stuff is. Okay, so let's just say it's 15% strategy, 85% mindset work. That is the official equation of building a successful online business as an introvert. there you have it. Because when you think about it, the strategies, the how-tos, the tips, the tricks, the information that you learn, none of it will work if you don't have a mindset that actually supports your growth, your success, and your ability to take action. Taking action, it won't happen if you ain't got your mindset on board. This is why people don't take any action at all, why they don't start. Let's rewind. Let's get a little nostalgic and just think back to the times where you didn't take action and why that was. You knew you had to take action to get the results, but you didn't. Also, been there, done that thousands of times. You are not alone, my friend. But when I think back to my early days in business back in 2018 and why it took me so long to show up, to come out of hiding, to show my face, to show up as me, and no one else. It was because I was not thinking supportive thoughts. It was a mindset issue. I didn't believe in myself. I had my inner mean girl feeding me lies about what was, and mostly what wasn't possible for me. And the only mistake I made was that I believed her. I believed her. She fed me lies. I believed those lies. Very silly. I was very silly back then. The fact of the matter is, if you don't believe in yourself, believe that you can build a successful online business, even though you're an introvert and a quiet person, even though you're super shy and your social anxiety is like to the roof, if you don't believe that you can do it, you simply won't. And I know that might be hard to hear, but this is why it's so important that we bring this stuff up to the surface and really work through it and really think about, okay, what are the lies that my inner mean girl is telling me? And how can you find evidence out there that that in fact is not true? Because the results of you not doing this work is going to affect a lot of things in your business. It's going to affect your confidence and your ability to show up online, to create content, your ability to sell, your ability to promote yourself and your products, your ability to share your story, and your ability to bring your dream vision to life. I hope you can see just how important this stuff is, even though it might be boring or hard or challenging to do this work. And it's called work for a reason, I guess. But it is that important. If you get your mindset in check, there's nothing you can't do when you actually believe that you can make it happen for yourself. Because then there's nothing holding you back. Okay, so let's dive into the most common limiting beliefs when it comes to business specifically and for us introverts. The first limiting belief, and oh my gosh, this belief has held me back for so many years, and it's the following. What will they think of me? What are all the people on Facebook, from my high school, from work? What are they going to think of me? Worrying about other people and their opinion of you. The truth is, when you are worried about other people's judgment of you, you're actually at that very moment judging yourself. Because you're making an assumption that this person or these people are judging you. They might not be, you know? So freaking meta, I know. But we need to stop this judginess because it's not doing you any good. So let's think about this. How often have you spent time on social media and you've had the thought, ooh, who does she think she is? What is she doing? Why is she creating content? She looks so stupid. I mean, I'm going to make a guess and say that you've probably had that thought like 0 times in your life, like very not often. Like if you're a nice human being, and I know that you're a nice human being. Nice people don't have these thoughts, okay? People generally don't think that about other people they see on social media. They just scroll past it. People don't even pay attention that much. And people are selfish in the best way possible. The truth is, they just don't care as much as we think they do. They especially don't care about the fact that you've decided to start a business and create content online and go after an incredible life and create your dream life for yourself. They don't care. They really don't. If they have a thought about you doing amazing things in this world, it's probably more like, oh my God, she's doing this? That's so amazing. I feel so inspired. I wish I could do that. She has the guts to actually pursue her dreams. Man, oh man, I wish I could do that. So you're more likely to inspire than to trigger a negative reaction or thought for people because people are busy thinking about themselves. Like they don't think about you thinking about them. Just like when you're showing up at a gym and you're worried about what other people think of you in that outfit and you've never worked out before and I don't know how to work this machine, no one's thinking about you. They're all just thinking the same things about themselves. Truth. They're thinking about their own dreams, their own lives, their own stuff. Even if someone decides to leave a mean comment about your content or have a negative thought about you doing big things in the world, that's on them. That's them portraying their insecurities onto you. And it's none of your business. I know I say this often if you've been in my world for a while, but the time we have on this weird planet Earth is so freaking limited. Why would we want to spend that time worrying about what Susie from high school thinks of us? Like, why? Keep the focus on you, on your dreams, on your life, because you only get one of them, Yeah, unless you believe in that afterlife stuff, but focus on yourself, because guess what? Everybody else is doing the same thing, focusing on themselves. All right, so the second limiting belief that I want to bust here today is, what if it doesn't work out? The old fear of failure. Love it. But I've got a spoiler alert for you. Yes, you are going to fail. You're going to fail a lot. You're going to do new things and you're going to fail at them. Probably. Most likely. You're going to fail at the little things on your way to success. You're going to fail your way forward. Failure is a good thing. It means you're expanding. It means you're learning. And it means that you're on your way. The only true failing is actually you handing in the towel and just giving up on your dream business. Having fear around what if it doesn't work out is completely normal. I have these thoughts at least once a week. What if they don't buy? What if I fail? What if this content doesn't resonate? What if what I said today was stupid? It's completely normal. But we fail, we learn, and we fail our way forward. We need to get good at learning to dance with failure. That's a nice picture, isn't it? You're not really failing though. You're just learning and you're on your way. Okay? Cool. The third limiting belief is an interesting one. What if it all works out and people don't like who I become? Fear of success. It's interesting. And I think it's more common than we think it is. This is about having fear of actually becoming successful, of you realizing your dreams, of you quitting your 9-to-5, of you going all in your business, having fear of that actually happening. Fear of what it will do to your relationships and how it will affect people's perception of you. Fear of realizing all your beautiful dreams and then not being able to keep at it, to keep going, for it to be sustainable. Fear of losing oneself. Fear of criticism. Fear of the spotlight and being seen. This is a big one for introverts. And it's actually something that I think I might have thought on some level, like I was just self-sabotaging. But these are all fears of success. And I know it might sound silly, like, why would I have fear of success? All I want to do is have success, because we're all just so focused on our goals all the time. Most people are probably not consciously aware of this type of limiting belief. It's like it's hiding beneath the surface, and it's totally messing with us, leading us to self-sabotage any amazing opportunities that come our way. If this resonates, if any of the things that I just said resonates, and it's a belief that you're currently holding on to, this fear of success could be masked as fear of criticism, fear of the spotlight, fear of being seen. If you're holding on to this, it's time to let it go, because it's BS, complete BS, in fact. You can have it all and still be an introvert. You can have it all and still be true to yourself. You can have it all, period. Because there's nothing to really fear once you get to that dream destination. And also, just a heads up, once you get there, you're probably going to make plans to get to a new destination. That's just how we work as humans. So no more having fear of success. You can have it all and it's all going to be okay. And you're not going to lose yourself in the process. And it's okay to be seen. It's okay to be criticized. It's safe. It's safe to start an online business. Repeat after me. It's safe to start an online business. Cool. Alrighty, moving on. The next limiting belief that we're going to bust, we're going to kick it in the butt, is, who am I to do this? Who am I to start an online business? I am not interesting or good enough to pursue my dreams. Now, this just all comes down to imposter syndrome. But again, like failure, imposter syndrome is a good thing. It just means that you're doing something new, something that's new to your brain. It means that you're challenging yourself. You're stepping out of your cozy comfort zone. That's what you're doing. That's all. It doesn't mean that you're a fraud or not cut out for this. It just means that it's new and you haven't done it before. I want to challenge you to meet imposter syndrome with curiosity instead of fear. Like, haven't done this before, but I'm sure I can figure it out. Everyone starts somewhere, right? That is the freaking vibe. Like, that is how we want to approach this. And here's the thing that I want you to remember for forever and for always. The idea of starting an online business wouldn't have been planted in you if you didn't, on some level, believe that you could do it. Rewind and listen to that again. Just something to ponder about. And you're listening to this episode for a reason. There's something within you that knows that you can actually do this. If you didn't believe it, then you wouldn't seek out this kind of content. You wouldn't be following me online. You're Googling how to start a business as an introvert for a reason. That is a valid enough reason to keep going, if you ask me. Alrighty, my lovely friend, we are up to number 5, which is, it's all been done before, so what's the point? Yes, the information is out there. Everything is just a Google away. Like, honestly. Yes, there is an actual pool of content creators and entrepreneurs out there. Yes, it's probably been done before. But here's the thing, it hasn't been done by, you guessed it, you. You amazing human being. There is no one out there quite like you, with the same perspectives, story, opinions, life experiences. No one. You're unique, as we all are. You are going to resonate with a certain group of people who see themselves in your story. And there's room for you too. Hey, if you want to start a business all about teaching introverts how to start a business, it's possible. Just because I do it doesn't mean that you can't. There's room for you. And there's enough money, enough potential followers and an audience for everyone to go around. Just think of how many people there are in the world with internet access. That is a lot of people. Whole lot of peeps. And hey, if you see someone out there creating content about the same things that you want to be speaking about, then bingo, because that just proves to you that your business idea is a validated one. Competition is a good thing, so embrace it. The only thing that I want you to be careful about when it comes to this is actually comparing your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter, let's say 15. Someone very wise said this once, and I can't for the life of me remember who it was. So definitely don't quote me on that. It's someone else's quote. Anyway, they had a very valid point. You have a voice that deserves to be heard. Your people are out there waiting for you to speak up, to share your amazingness with the world. And the only way that you can. So go do it. Start your business. Alrighty, the next limiting belief has got to do with selling. Selling as an introverted entrepreneur can be daunting. It can be scary. It can feel a little bit sleazy at times. But here's the belief. Selling is scary and sleazy and people won't buy. That is total BS, by the way. This bad boy, this limiting belief, might be rooted in your own limiting beliefs when it comes to money. Maybe you view people with money as evil, as greedy. Maybe you yourself have been in situations where you've been sold to and you really didn't like the experience. And so you think selling is bad. This is a whole other topic in and of itself, and I could talk about money and money mindset for ages, so maybe I'll just record another episode all about that. But I want you to remember that selling is just an invitation to join the party that you're hosting. It's an invitation for them to get and to gain immense value and to get a result. And people understand that you have to sell. You are a business owner. You're not just doing this as a hobby. Selling can actually be a lot of fun. It can also be done in a non-sleazy way, believe it or not. And by the way, I don't think you or that car salesman has anything in common, by the way. So there's that. That is just my personal belief. But the thing is, you have to believe that what you have to offer is valuable for people, because that is why people buy, because they can so deeply see the value in what you have to offer and in what you have created. And for that reason, people are going to buy no matter the price, as long as it's valuable. And like with confidence, selling does get easier the more you do it and the more you find your own way of doing it. Here's the thing, to make money online, to run a successful business, we have to sell and we have to make money, right? Like that is the goal of any business, to make money, to make profit. There's really no way around this, but there is a way that you can sell with confidence and that actually makes people throw money after you. Not really. You know what I mean? There is a way for you to do it in a way that feels good and fun and aligned to you. If you want to learn more about selling as an introvert, I invite you to check out the show notes because I do have a wait list for a cozy thing that's coming up in November. And if you want to join and learn all about selling, definitely sign up for that wait list. I'll leave a link in the show notes and the description, wherever you are listening to this episode. Okay, the last limiting belief is a quick one, but it has to do with the tech and that business is hard, which it isn't. It goes like this. Business is too hard and the tech stuff is too overwhelming. I'm out. It's not too hard. It's your mindset that's off. Business is simple, like I talked about in episode 32. I went on and on about how simple business is, so definitely go back and listen to that episode if you're still struggling with this concept of business being simple. We as humans, we overcomplicate things. We love to overthink, we love to overanalyze, and we love to complicate stuff. Starting a business is a circumstance. It's a fact. Right? The tech aspect of starting a business is a fact. Like that's a non-negotiable. Once you start a business, you're probably going to have to dive into the tech and learn how to set up a website and do all these things. But again, everything is just a Google away. You can literally learn anything and everything online these days. But the thing is, it's our thoughts about these circumstances, about these facts that determine how hard starting a business will be for you. Again, it all comes back to our mindsets. All of these little silly thoughts that we've just gone through are self-sabotaging behaviors. In other words, you're holding yourself back from taking the action you know you need to take in order to get the results you want. This fear, these thoughts that you're holding on to isn't doing you any good whatsoever. Remember, the strategies, they're really simple. We're the ones who are making it really hard on ourselves. I know this might sound a little bit harsh, but the sooner you accept it, the sooner you can do something about it. I'm hoping that having gone through all of these limiting beliefs of why you're not taking action on your dream business, that you're gaining a little bit of clarity around what your personal blocks are. Knowing what these blocks are and gaining awareness around that is the first step to change. Because when you know what it is that you have to work through, it's a lot easier to do this inner work because you have a starting point. What I really want you to take away from this episode is the following. Just because you feel this way doesn't mean it's true. Just because you have a BS thought about yourself doesn't mean it's true. It's just your inner mean girl, your inner Regina George, trying to convince you that you can't do this thing, that you can't start a successful online business as an introvert. But she's lying to your face. Like she's literally lying straight to your face. She's a bitch. You have the power to give this thought meaning or to not give it any meaning. And why would you give this killjoy of a thought meaning? That is very silly. The bottom line is, yes, you can have it all, despite the lies that your brain might be feeding you. I think it's really important to also note that you're not just having these silly thoughts because you're new to business. You're having these thoughts because you're a human being. There's no one out there, no matter how successful they are, that has it all figured out and that has never had an inkling of a limiting belief before. New level, new devil. There's always going to be something to work through and navigate. I still have thoughts that pop up. Who's gonna buy? Who am I to do this? Yada, yada, yada. It's completely normal behavior to question yourself, no matter how weird that sounds, but it really is super normal. It's our safety mechanism created by and for us to survive. Because our brains, they really do dig it or love it when we play safe, when we don't take big risks, like starting something spectacular online. Our brains love it when we just hang out in our comfort zones 24/7. But what fun is that? I mean, that is going to get boring very quickly. And you actually run the risk of not getting everything you've ever dreamed of. And who wants that, eh? Whew. Okay, I know this was a bit of a long episode, but I really just wanted to dive into this mindset work with you and help you to really get out of that funk and into the groove so that you can start your dreamy online business, because there's no better time to do it. And why not set yourself up for the most amazing 2023? I do have something very exciting happening next month, which is all about this, building a dreamy business as an introvert, all about leaving that 9 to 5 and embracing the pajama lifestyle head on. If you want to join us, I have a few spots left, and the link to join the wait list for this coziness is in the show notes and the description of this episode. But I want to thank you so much for spending this time with me today. And I hope you have the most magnificent, amazing, spectacular, incredible day wherever you are in the world. I appreciate you forever and for always. I'm your friend forever for always. And I'll see you in the next one. Ta-ta! Like that's just how it is. And take a sip out. I'm gonna take a sip of coffee. Why am I talking like that? Oh my God. Pour over, guys. Pour over coffee. I should really devote an entire episode to talking about how beautiful it is. I am such a nerd and a snob when it comes to coffee. I am not going to apologize. I'm looking in the wrong thing. I'm getting very passionate. I'm using my hands all the time in this episode, and the camera is not like, it's trying to focus, but I'm just like, I need to stop.